Hey traders, this is Shogun Chat 247. I train traders how to trade in harmony with the market. So this is our final trade of the week. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. I've drawn the waves manually with so this is basically the advanced wave of success trading. Why did I call it advanced? Is because we are using the wave structure as it should be used. So I'm gonna show you something. This is the wave structure template. Okay, and I like to draw it manually because the pivot points cannot pick up what we are looking for. Therefore, by the time we apply the concept, they get missed by the pivots. So we tend to draw this manually. This is advanced trading. We are looking for price to break below this momentum low. We had a structure there which was broken yesterday. And that gave us a momentum low one. This took a while to form. Then we had the structure today. We could have sold this market there, but because today is Friday, I want to be sure that the internal wave actually aligns. So, and as you can see, price broke the structure, internal wave structure, and this is where we are right now. If you look at this trend, it's starting all the way from the 7 of 8. So this is a good one. The Murray principle states that price going up is likely to have difficulty at the 7 of 8 or the plus 1 of 8. This one stopped at the 7 of 8. So automatically using the Murray information, the potential area for target is the 4 of 8. So we have confluence at the T2 here. We also have a level just below the 4 of 8, 138.2. We have this strong confluence here at the 161.8, which is between the 4 of 8 and the 3 of 8 Mori level. Okay, it's been a fantastic trading week this week. Few scratches, but mostly profitable in terms of returns. There's not much to say about this. I've drawn the Fibonacci from high to low, and we've drawn the extension from high to low as well. So the aqua lines are the extension, the maroon line are the normal of the high to low Fibonacci. This thing is in a downtrend. The correction is finished because we've seen the structure 2. So a break below here will give us momentum low 3. That should give us 2 lower lows at the minimum. Okay. And that's it basically. Nothing much to say about this. Time is 12:07. We've got about 50 minutes before the New York session opens. So let's see how this thing is going to play out. Okay, so price is breaking down the lows now, the higher lows. We've broken down one, we've broken this one, we're breaking this one. This high, this. This is the main one here, the momentum low. The rule is momentum low must be sold. Especially if you can identify these are the key price points that you must be able to identify if you are using the wave structure, the wave of success methodology. This is what we teach. They help us to know where we are in terms of the market. They help us to know what to do when we count the waves and draw it like this. I like to do it manually like this. I have tools that draw it, but to be more accurate, especially if you are trading, focusing on one pair, two pairs, I always like to draw it manually. So when you draw it manually, you know, basically you immerse yourself into the price action. Therefore, you have better clarity as to what is going on the chart. Okay, it's very interesting. So we are ready for the day now. To be honest, this break is going to be very strong because of how long it has taken to to make this structure. The price made a low yesterday. What time was it? At 6:40 in the evening, and we are now. They made the structure this morning 10:10 this morning. Okay, so that took more than 12 hours to create this structure that we're selling. That's a good enough time to accumulate orders. Then you shall see the direction after the structure. Okay, so for us now, this is our stop loss, the structural points, because we've broken the low, creating a new structure here. All this information that I'm giving out now, I was only able to do it because I'm reading the chart, I'm reading the waves, the price action. So we are interpreting it. We are not predicting, we are reacting based on the information the price is giving us. Very important. Okay, so the momentum low has been broken. You can see there as a clean break. So not bad entry, even though we didn't take a trade there. It just on a good day, I'll take that entry there. But because of how congested this area was, okay, that was a strong accumulation there. They took their time to congest this area, and that's why I didn't take a sell there. You don't want to start getting into dogfight with the market. But this is the best entry for me because now I know I have a structure and the internal structure has been broken down. So we have double confirmation with this entry. Okay. Time is 12:23. We're coming to this 5 of 8, which has the T1 right on top of it. Very strong level, that one there. 109.77. The Palada target is telling us T1 is 109.81, which is almost there. We've broken the low of the yesterday. T2 is 109.71. T3 is 109.54. If we smash the T3, this thing is gonna continue down. I still have all the waves here in the advanced in this wave structure chart. This is actually a very cool chart because we have the statistics as well. Statistics is positive. Actually, look at that. Skew is small, which would probably, if we start to break lower, this will turn negative. We smash the SD3 down, negative SD3 has been broken down. You can see all those structural internal structures here. Even the 63 is telling us this is a higher low. We have the Big Daddy, which is a higher high. Look at that. So there's a lot of potential for this trade to continue lower because nothing is here. There's air. We have only one structure here. What price is this? That's Tuesday low, 109.67, 109.50. Okay, that could be something we need to keep an eye on, 109.67. But to be honest, this is a fantastic move. This is the beginning of a downtrend. We have 0, 1, 2. Still need to see 3, 4, and 5 before we can even think of buying. We can scalp in between the secondary trend. That's okay. That's possible. I'm not going to do that today because this is my last trade for today. If the scalping presents itself on Monday, we can do that. Okay, price is touching the T1 now. Okay, and look at this. I've added the mirror here because it was time frame mirror, which is the 1 hour mirror. You can see above the 0, the red still stay there. The sellers are strong even during this move. The sellers are still staying strong. Now we saw them falling back, sellers taking charge, the buyers falling back below, and this is a very strong indication, and you can see on the chart. These are tools that I use. They are not indicator per se. If you understand what I'm saying, this is a momentum indicator. They don't tell us to buy or sell. We just want to see what is going on. The same thing with this one. This is a multi-time frame one. This is the mirror MACD. We use this as a gauge of what is going on. Okay, price is telling us something. This has to confirm with the price. So instead of having 3 charts on the chart, we have one, but we can see what is going on the 1 hour chart. And with this one, I can easily see what the momentum is doing because the volume will change first, followed by momentum and price. What I mean by that is this. If we look at this here, so we have a positive momentum, and for us, we know once this start to see color change, that means the volume has turned down. Then you see the momentum changed, volume changed, then the price follows suit. So how do we know the price follows suit? We need to see a break of the lower low. Okay, that's the first break. Wait for the pullback. This is just a structure. Wait for the structure to be broken. That is textbook entry in terms of the way we like to approach our trades. Okay, so this area here, we have to keep an eye on it. We need to watch it. There's nothing, I'm not going to close the trade or buy, but you can see The wave structure with this swing is not even complete. This is 0 A B C 1 2, so this is going to be 3. We still need to see 4, then 5 before we can even think, okay, let's take profit or counter, which I'm not totally thinking of doing that. Honestly, when you see momentum like this, especially after a sustained period of consolidation, I won't call this consolidation actually. This is accumulation, which is, it's part of the wave structure. It's part of what we drew here. That face is this face here. Okay, that's the face. That's the face here. That's the face here. Obviously, in the textbook, it's very simple, but in the real life, in the real world, it's not as simple as you can see. That's why I like to draw them manually so that I can follow the price. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's been a good trade so far. 30 pips. And I'm watching this on the trading view as well, just to see what's going on. The New York session is open. We had this second lower low here. This candle is important because this low is valid. This pullback is actually a momentum pullback. But we're still going to have to wait to see how price is going to react after breaking this lower low here, this one. Okay, so traded the -1 of 8. You can take profits if the next candle starts to break above this one, because that will be a reversal. Otherwise, if we manage to break below the -2 of 8, we're going to have a new trading frame. This is S78, S61. It's a good area. 66, 109, 66, 109, 71. So the next area is 109, 50, 54, 109, 57. So just below here. If price gets to that T3, we're going to have a break below. Okay. Any case, this has been a fantastic entry, and I'm not in a rush to close the trade after me. What a fine trade. I closed the trade just now. Look at that's 51 pips profit. Not bad at all for less than, what was the entry, 12, less than 2 hours, 50 pips in less than 2 hours. That's how we execute those trades. I'm actually reversing the position now because, and I'm going to share this before the time runs out on this video. If you look at this, the highs to low using the Fibonacci gets exactly, it got exactly to the T2. Look at that. That is a huge sign that we may have a strong reversal. It doesn't mean the trend will change, but we may have a very strong rally. Okay, so that's why I closed the trade and reverse. Initially, I thought I won't reverse the trade, but what we are having now is a signal for a strong reversal. Anyway, if you like what you see, this is the last pair we are trading this week. I hope you've learned something from all the videos that I've done. See you in the next one. God bless.